Happy NaNoWriMo day 1. I can't believe it is November, but I am getting to write my first sprint of the day, and so I'm going into my NaNoWriMo notebook and writing down what needs to happen in this scene, writing out the details so then I could go ahead and write it. It helps kind of with the image before I get to writing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just finished 2 sprints. The first one I did 241 or 47, and then this last one I did 421. Both of them I did with typing, and so that brings us the total to 668. So I still have more to go, but I'm making progress. I'm getting to the inciting incident, so this is where it kind of gets, I'd say, exciting. And so with that, that's going to happen. And then we're moving on to like the reaction of the crime scene, which is essentially where Emma's like, whoa, what just happened? Kind of need to figure out how to get out of here. And so then she's realizing that, and then she'll commit to the investigation, and then that would be the first act. So we're almost done with the first act with 600 words, which I don't know, I think I need to break down what my word count, because I feel like I'm a little short, and I think I need to go back and add more, especially to that first scene, because I haven't introduced the characters or anything, which will happen in the next scene, right? There's 10 people that I need to introduce, so that's going to take some time, but I don't know if it'd be better to like weave it in or not, so I have to think of that. But it is now 7:05, so I am going to go get breakfast, and I need to get ready for the day. So my writing time right now is over, which I made good progress, so I'm happy about that. I am done with work, got back. I went to a happy hour with some coworkers, and so now I'm back
in my office and it is time to write. I need to write about 1,400 words, and the best way to do that is through dictation to get the word count, because I really don't want to write right now, but I know I need to. So I'm going to crank out some words and then we'll be done with day 1. Can you believe it? That's crazy. And I guess let's do this.
Comfy clothes are on, so what I'm trying to do is build a routine that when I have certain items or I'm drinking something, it puts me right away in the mindset to write. So this is going to be part of my uniform, and since November is a time where it starts getting chilly here, I think it's like 30 something outside right now, so it kind of works out. So this is going to be my uniform. I know that there is either drinking or using the same perfume or something like that. So some scent and drinking is, I know people have done that. So what I'm thinking is getting a tea, which I have to go check my stash, which I'll take you. As for perfume or lotion, and I think I'd rather do perfume, because lotion, which is fine for typing and doing dictation, but when it comes to handwriting, if I decide to do handwriting at any point, it might be too like slippery and like the pen will go flying or something. But then there's also the idea of using a particular pen for my writing, which I am using this magenta color, and it is a friction pen. So I could write on all different. So I could write in my Rocket book. I could write on paper. So that all works. So if I want to digitalize it, I could do it Rocket. I could write it on my note cards. So that is the pen that I'm using for this particular book. Right? I'm writing 4 short stories, so each of them will be different. So this one I am doing the magenta color. So that's that. And it's time for go tea and grabbing a perfume that is kind of like, I don't know. Trying to think. I do have like it's like the firecracker pop or something like that from Bath and Body Works. That is kind of cherry, which is kind of, I mean it's really good for the, no, I scratched that. We're not doing that because that is going to be for my 4th of July book. So let's, or there's also, do I want to do my Scentsy and so do a wax melt every time? Which I'm going to do that instead of the perfume. So let's go wax melt hunting and tea hunting. This is my container of wax melts. Yes, I know it's a lot. I got them like on super discount. And for my first story, it is a Valentine's Day one. And I think this will be perfect. This has hearts on it. This is from Fantasy Wax Melts. And this is the Rachel and Ross. And if you could read it, that is the scent. And I think this will be perfect for that. And I'm only writing, 10 days or something per story. So this should be perfect for that. Okay, we are in my little coffee corner, which is where my Scentsy goes. So I just had to clean it because I had to take out this little chip here. So let's turn this bad boy on. And I gotta pop that heart that kind of, and I think I need to set this down. That'll be good. Okay, and this is where all my like tea and stuff like that, and these are not labeled, they're from an advent calendar. I don't know what flavor they are, so I don't want something that's like over the top. So we are going to go with blueberry lavender for heart-shaped homicide. This is going to be the tea that I'll be drinking whenever I am writing, and I think it'll be perfect. So pop that in, let it do its thing. We have our Scentsy melting, and now it is time to write. Everything looked delicious to Emma, even the 3-tier cake that had a big heart as the centerpiece. Admiring the work, she looked at the piping of the edges, and what caught her ear was ticking. She stepped a little closer, hovering over the table, and examined. The ticking was coming from the cake. What in the world? Emma said aloud. And it seemed like the ticking was getting louder and louder. Emma knew that this was not how it was supposed to be. She put her hands up and walked backwards away from the dessert table. And it seemed like there was a high-pitched sound coming. "Everyone get down," Emma said, and took cover underneath one of the nearby tables that had 2 of the participants sitting on it. Just in time, there was a loud bang. Cake pieces were flying left and right, landing on the floor, on the table, and someone's hair too. Emma picked out from her brown wavy hair a piece of cake. It was marbled on the inside, not what she was expecting from the white frosting exterior. A couple that Emma was near didn't quite catch the memo and were caught sitting at a table when the cake exploded. The couple just picked up whatever landed in front of them and started to eat the cake. It was a little odd, but I mean, it was funny at the same time that someone would eat exploded cake that landed in front of them. Emma got up from her hiding spot and looked around to see the damage. "Are you two okay?" Emma asked the couple at the table. "Yeah, I'm all right, just a little shook." "Was that the cake that just exploded?" "Yeah, it was. I don't know what quite happened. And on top of that, I think we're locked inside. Wait, what? The husband responded. Annie, the event organizer, rushed over to Emma and said, "Are you guys all right?" We all nodded in unison. "Yeah, we're okay," Emma spoke up. "Just a little shook after that happened." What did happen? Next thing I know, you're yelling to take cover, and then cake is flying left and right. Frosting's going this way. "Well, I was coming over to talk to you," Emma said, "and the door's locked, and then that's when I was admiring all the desserts and pastries, and the cake started ticking, and I leaned in, and then next thing I know, it got louder and more beeping, and boom, went the cake." "Well, as long as everyone is all right, we could figure this out with the door situation."
Scentsy is turned on and time to add my tea. Say hello, Tux. Hey guys, so I am sitting in my cozy chair in my little cozy corner, and so with that I am writing on my laptop, and I just completed 512 words in 15 minutes. So that's actually pretty good. So with that I am moving along, and now we're getting to where I'm going to do a little bit of the B story. So with the B story, what I'm doing is that this doesn't really have the love interest in it. So it's going to be a love B story, but what I'm wanting is Emma to help bring the couples together during this time where they're trapped, and anxiety is and stress are high, so she wants to kind of calm everyone down and bring them back together, the reason why the couples all love each other. So that is going to be a B story, so I'm going to work on that scene. I got some notes on it, and then we are moving into the midpoint, which the midpoint is going to be, I think, kind of fun because the inciting incident wasn't a murder, but I don't know if I want to do a spoiler or not, but a spoiler, so skip forward if you don't want to hear, but the midpoint will have the murders, so I just waited longer into the story before the body drops. So that's kind of a fun thing. So I got what, about 700 words done. I need to do I think just another 700 because I went over yesterday, so then I'll be able to hit my 2000 quota for, I guess, 4,000 total for today.
So this is where I am starting for Friday, November 3rd. I am behind about 900 words, so I need to catch up today just because I'm not planning on really doing any writing on the weekends. So taking a closer look of what I got yesterday, I only did 2 sprints, so I was short. So I need to catch up today, and I also need to work on my peppermint perjury, get that proofed and sent over. Okay, this is where in my notebook things are getting a little sticky, and so I just have them on Post-its. So these were just brainstorming ideas, so I need to go and actually run through it, finalize it, and I think I'm going to actually watch some videos on plotting to kind of like kind of map out the second half of Act 2. This is where I always struggle before Act 3, so I'm going to go do that. But I need to write quite a lot of words today, so let's do this. So I finished a writing sprint and I got 357 words. So now what I'm going to do is I need to make edits to my peppermint perjury. So I have the first 3 chapters done. So I need to do that, and that'll give me, I guess, some, I guess, kind of rest to like rethink that I'm writing the midpoint. So this is where some exciting parts happen, but I want to show you my my screen that I've changed now to the heart-shaped homicide. Doesn't it look so cute? So this is like kind of gives me motivation by changing out my screensaver. So here it is. I guess this is a book cover reveal. If you haven't seen it, it's here, and it's super cute. I love the hot pink to it. Okay, so I'm doing this really cool project, and I am making my book covers into these little pictures so that I can post them on my wall. And I just gotta make sure it's like the placement. So I think actually, and
And I don't know if I left a gap. I think it's going to be like exact. So I need to cut this, which we are going to do it all by using tools. So it's nice and clean cut. And this is on premium matte paper. So it will be kind of a little silky. A little silky. Trying to see what's the best way to do this. And so this is an 8 by 10. And I left a little gap. Because I just don't quite know. And the last one. See, it's a little too small, so it's kind of causing a little crookedness. Okay, that one I think I did perfect on that side. But look at how cute it is. So this was my latest release. And should fit almost perfectly. It is a little over. That's kind of a bummer, but I think from a distance, no one really will notice. So we're just going to go for it. I mean, it's just foam. It's not anything very, I don't know, I guess fancy. Just lining it up on the edge. And just as what I was hoping would not happen. Yeah. Yep, so they are slightly smaller. But I think that's okay. So maybe I'll just print these or just cut this. I haven't decided, but maybe it'll be okay. It is super cute. It's like 3D. Actually, the white doesn't look so bad because there is the white in it. So it kind of works out. Now we gotta go do the other ones. Oh, I love it. So cute. Here is my upcoming release.